As we head into the second half of the season, we plan to bring to our Roundabout subscribers and our extended family great plays, great musicals, great actors, great writers, all assembling on the stage for a wide variety of entertainment. So I'm very excited about the second half of the season, and I think it's going to be exciting for anybody who comes. We've never done Oscar Wilde, so doing The Importance of Being Earnest is actually a debut for us. This really is driven by our long relationship with Brian Bedford, who is one of the great classical stage actors of this and any generation.
The Importance of Being Earnest is a hilarious play. It's Wilde, Oscar Wilde, so of course you get that unbelievable type of wit and humor that he writes. And then to have Brian Bedford playing Lady Bracknell is just, I mean, I'm so excited I can't even wait.
The play is, it's a satirical farce. It's Oscar Wilde sending up the society people of the late 1800s.
This is an incredible production that involves an amazing group of artists with Brian Bedford as both the director and starring as Lady Bracknell, and then Desmond Healy, who is an incredible designer who has designed a gorgeous set for us that is just going to look so great in this space that I can't wait till it's all together on stage.
We, as actors in The Importance of Being Earnest, we have this tremendous privilege of sharing Oscar Wilde's own brilliant conversation, and probably the most brilliant satirical farce that's ever been written.
It is a witty, clever, smart comedy that is unlike anything that we see.
It's going to be just a funny, hilarious, extraordinary piece of theater.
And I think anybody who likes the theatre should see this play, because it's a real treat.
We have a long association with a director named Michael Wilson, and he said, I want to do a reading for you of this relatively obscure Tennessee Williams play called The Milk Train Doesn't Stop Here Anymore, with Olympia Dukakis. And I said, first of all, anything you want to do, I'm happy to have a reading of it. Second of all, I love Olympia Dukakis. He did the reading of this play, which I was not that familiar with prior to the reading. And I said, we have to do this production at the Laura Pels Theater. It'll be a perfect little home for this play, and people will not only see one of the great performances of all times, because I guarantee you that with Olympia Dukakis, but we'll also see a Tennessee Williams play that probably many of them have never seen before.
The story of A Milk Train Doesn't Stop Here Anymore concerns one Flora Goforth, who's been married 4 times, 3 times to industrial titans. So she's a very, very wealthy woman, and she's in a race against time.
She's probably in her 80s at this point and has not stopped wanting passion, has not stopped wanting life to be involving every minute. She's determined, as her name says, to go forth.
I'm just so excited for every day in rehearsal for us to continue to dig in Tennessee's rich play and explore so that Olympia and the rest of the company can explode, I think, with a milk train that will, hopefully our goal is to really fulfill all of the riches and nuances that are there in Tennessee's play, especially in this centennial year of his birth.
There's Tennessee Williams and the poetry that he writes, and it's in the complexity that is in every character. And it's not only my character, every character in the play has that complexity. Every character literally comes from the heart of the play.
These are delicious roles that are infinitely rich, that are extremely layered. And the play, as I have come to know it from some of the previous work that I've done on Tennessee Williams, is a play that's incredibly accessible and one that audiences relate to at various stages of their life.
I think Milk Train is a part of what we do that is very exciting, even though it's a revival. To many people, it will be a new play.
It's just a wonderful world to be in, this play.
The Dream of the Burning Boy is by a young man named David West Reed, who's just out of Juilliard.
We read this play and just knew that it was something we wanted to do.
The Dream of the Burning Boy takes place in a high school after the death of a popular student. And it's really about how a secret that comes out after his death changes the lives of everyone around him. And it's about the different ways that people approach the tragedy.
The Dream of the Burning Boy is it's a beautiful play about regret and taking responsibility in one's life and not being afraid.
It's a very touching and sophisticated play.
Even though the play is in many ways about lost opportunities and guilt and regret and somewhat dark themes, there's still a lot of levity and humor throughout the play, because I think even in maybe especially in painful situations, people turn to humor.
It's really funny and it's really sad. I can't think of another young playwright who has mixed those two things as beautifully as David West Reed has.
Anything Goes is a musical from 1934 with a score by Cole Porter, and it takes place on the SS American on an ocean liner that is crossing from New York to England.
It's really just a madcap farce of a bunch of characters who all intertwine and are trapped on a boat together, and the audience gets to witness all the things that go on.
Anything Goes is incredibly emblematic of everything that's great about the musical theater. It's all aboard the SS American next spring at the beautiful Stephen Sondheim Theater.
The kind of fun this show has is something people always go to the theater to get.
It's wonderful music. The dancing in that show is incredible.
The show is kind of a great classic show with fantastic songs and a really good love story. And because it's an ocean journey, I hope people sort of enjoy going for the ride.
The show is such a great show to begin with. There's always lots to discover.
To have a real family, old-time, wonderful musical back in theater, I think it's going to be really surprising.
We have a new musical coming up in the American Airlines Theater, and that's called The People in the Picture.
It stars Donna Murphy, probably one of the most acclaimed musical theater performers in New York and around the country.
I think of it as two families, a theatrical family, a troupe of actors who worked together in Poland, in Warsaw, in the 1930s. This young woman, whose name is Rachel, becomes really the leader and the backbone of this group during a time historically that was very, very difficult. We also experience her as a grandmother in the 1970s in New York City. She lives with her daughter, who is a comedy writer on a late-night comedy show, and her 10-year-old granddaughter, who she's been helping to care for. I am so excited to be doing a new musical. There aren't that many that are done these days, and one that deals with some really important issues, but carries so much humor in it.
I think that our audiences will love seeing Donna Murphy in this very unique role for her. She is one of our great master musical theater actresses, and she is taking on a role that's actually a dual role. She's playing two different ages. The range of what she'll sing and what she'll do is so broad, and it's going to be incredible to be able to see her do that.
The opportunity to tell a great story and also give people the pleasure of the music is one of the joys of being an actress who does get to do musicals sometimes, you know, and the ones that can land both in a humorous way and a dramatic way, to me that's just as good as it gets.
The People in the Picture is different because while it is extremely humorous, it also has a whole lot of heart and a whole lot of really deep meaning.
To bring it to our audiences, I think it is such a treat for our subscribers to be able to say they're the first ones that have witnessed this and seen this.
I've never seen another piece of theater that is quite like this.
I'm quite confident that the subscribers are going to enjoy the second half of the season. All the productions are first-rate artists, first-rate directors.
I'm very excited about the new season.
I've been blessed to be a part of some of these productions.
I am grateful that I have in my life this opportunity to do this play.
Just as good as it gets.